against 2,000 rupees a quintal in the local market which is non-organic.
So the role that these NGOs are playing in terms of acting as resource groups for the farmers, right? Ideally, that role should also be played by the extension system of the government, right? So if we want to do it in a larger scale, then the extension system first of all has to be strengthened, and then also they have to be trained in the organic methods.
You are right. Now on one side you say we are going for chemical farming. That is a better formula. That is a formula which is accepted by the scientists. On the other side, we promote organic farming. That is why we adopted this path, because the scientists still don't believe in these technologies. So the extension system and those who are trained in that extension system, which has taught them only chemical farming, is not equipped enough to pass on these technologies to the extent a farmer would do who is doing organic farming for last many years. Now what we require scientists to do is to scientifically validate this data, to compare 35 quintal of sorghum, which is an ideal productivity level, which will be in ideal conditions, with the organic farming of 20 quintal per hectare is misnomer. Because that farmer never got 35 quintal. So scientists keep on saying, my variety has a potential of 35. Show me that variety which is giving your average productivity 35. Average productivity is 20 only.
They are testing.
Why don't you compare with the today's average productivity? So I am saying in every case they have got productivity more than what they were getting earlier, but not equal to what scientists are claiming one should get. Now those areas where the organic farming is popular, there are no suicides. We are yet to find a farmer who is doing organic farming and committed a suicide. Now this is the Prime Minister's package, which is again same thing, interest waiver, assured irrigation. You can see irrigation is having a major chunk, doing only 1.6 lakh hectare against 35 lakh hectare. So something which will benefit only 1.6 lakh hectare worth of land is having 65% of the input in the package itself. So our thinking to the package has not changed. Our thinking to the whole issue is not changed, as if we irrigate the land, all problems would be solved. But that is the kind of thinking which we have. Seed replacement, watershed development, you can see watershed is 240 and assured irrigation is 2000. And horticulture development, micro irrigation, extension.
What comes under assured irrigation? What are the exact?
That is your big irrigation projects.
Canal based irrigation.
So at 4,000 crore cost through watershed development, you are able to irrigate 20 lakh hectare. At 40,000 crore cost, you are able to irrigate another 20 lakh hectare, which is more economical. And we continue to have that kind of system. Okay. If you see the cost of cultivation, which includes the family labor cost and also the rent on land, for any crop the cost of cultivation is much higher than the minimum support price which he gets. It is almost 60%. Obviously 40%. Now you will ask that why he is still continuing with cultivation. The reason being that the family labor he is not getting paid. So he is working as a bonded labor on his own land. This I would say, please look at this. This probably is the future, what is going to happen in the area of agriculture. That farming communities are grouped together in the producer companies. That is PC1, PC2, PC3, producer company. Every producer company has a small and medium enterprise unit. There is it can be a dal mill, it can be a rice mill, it can be a poha making machine. Whatever they are making, there is a value addition unit attached to it. Then the corporate sector in between is the conduit which takes the entire product, grades it, packs it, brands it and brings it to the retail shops rather than running their own retail shop. You must be knowing that in Jharkhand the Reliance units were attacked by the by the retail shop.
4 crore worth of damage. That's what.
And with the main thing which they are saying is that you are taking away our business. Now the question is that it is not only the farmers who are in distress, it is also at the small entrepreneur at the urban area which is also in distress. They will also have to be a part of this entire chain. But yes.
One question with this, which is that currently the way it is, right? I mean, what is happening is that the middleman, which is between the retail and the farmers, is taking away a lot of
That is, which is replaced by corporate sector.
Now, my question is, if that is replaced by the corporate,
Where are they going to be?
no, it's still it's a profit-making institution, right? So whatever it is, the surplus is being currently captured by the current middlemen. A corporate unchecked can actually capture it even better. Right?
So
how
the
is the
question
balance
is,
going to come?
whenever you have a public-private partnership, you always have a regulator. In telecom sector, you did the same thing. In building sector, you did the same thing. In India, wherever you have a public-private partnership, you always have a regulator. Why not have a regulator here? And in our contract farming arrangement system, there is legislative reforms which have taken place. There is an institution of arbiter. Now that arbiter will look after the interest, because these agreements will be signed in the presence of the government unit. And then they will be the facilitator or the NGOs.
I mean, that's very
So
key,
the-
because without that,
Yes.
you're going to end up in a war
So
situation.
that is why today the
But
clients probably will be making more money than the middleman.
Exactly.
Because since first thing, they are not working on technology dissemination.
And they're a monopoly. At least
Ah.
the middlemen compete against
Yes.
each other.
So that is why we say that this corporate sector is only to make that intermediate chain more efficient. Like it will require grading units, it will require packing units, it will require reefer vans, it will require transport of the produce from different areas up to the retail shop. So it's
So
a
why
huge
couldn't it be
system.
set up more like how Amul is set up, which takes it all
You are
the way
right.
to the end?
So this corporate sector can be a huge Amul organization. Yes.
Owned by the farmer.
And Amul is not having their own shop.
Yeah.
Amul has not opened a shop
But still,
of having a
so
10,000 square meter area, and then Amul is working through RS. That is their retail
Right,
shops.
But they have their own transportation.
So I am
and
saying that Amul,
Even that the producer company and small medium enterprise, that itself is the key stage, right? That's also not happening.
that is not happening.
Yeah.
Because there is a farmer individually interacting with a middleman.
Exactly.
Today this is the model. Farming community, middleman, and
That PC is also a group of farmers.
yes,
Yeah.
it's a producer company.
That
The
is the
company,
key, yeah.
that's what, and they
That is
are-
the key. So here we require your help. That how do we have this model really in place? Where you require large number of producer companies, you find out what kind of value addition they should have, then organizing them, tie up with the corporate sector, then tying up with the retail sector, and then finally to the consumer. Okay.